This is the Wine Tasting with Comedians podcast. I'm your host, Lyall Behrens, and back for a third time. My favorite comedian in Los Angeles, Ralph Guerra. We got producer Alex in the building. We got producer Mark in the building. It is a 90-degree day here in West Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah, it is hot, and we got people moving outside.
We do, man. It is fucking burning up. A lot going on this weekend. So we have a tentative show tonight here in the same space at Petty Cash Studios. Ticket sales are not moving the way we want them to move. And I kind of like weekends like this where I could blame a bunch of factors. It's like Beyonce here at
good weather.
Great weather.
Yeah.
It's been gloomy. And Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day, yeah. So you know what? If you're not going to the show, at least go on Google and write some 5-star reviews for Petty Cash Studios. Am I right? Because there's a lot of lies being told. No, I'm just kidding.
So Ralph's referring to something. So when we pulled up to the studio, I got it's funny. So footage from the last show that we did here. So far, January, February, and March, I put out a crowd work special. Every one of those. I did not put one up for our April show.
Yeah.
Because it was not good. And then apparently I walked 5 people. I was not aware of that.
And that's comedy, you know? Sometimes you walk 5 people.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You know what's so funny?
You know what you should do is you should just play it in reverse, and then they sit down and then they're having a good time.
You know what bothers me? There's in a lot of emails when people complain about a show. People don't often complain about my shows, but when they do, they're always white or a POC. And
right. Well, what else would they be?
I know, right? You imagine a black or a Mexican complaining about me?
It's just a dog that's writing a review.
What kind of dog?
It's probably like a boxer. Just like the show sucked. 3 barks.
You only got a boxer's haircut. You know what bothers me? I get accused of being homophobic all the time. Like when I do get a bad review, and it was like this lady in this review. She said he compared my voice to a man. And I'm like, that is not what the fuck I said. I said you coming with bass in your voice, like you want some back the fuck up shit. That was a urban black nigga cultural reference.
No, yeah, I got it. Yeah, you come with bass in your voice. You coming with it.
And then she's like, he compared me to a man. And I'm like, certain people shouldn't go to certain comedy shows, I feel.
Yeah. I love when people like she's playing the homophobia card and you're like, well, I got a black card. So what are we going to do here?
Yeah.
What are we going to do here? That's called a Los Angeles duel in the West.
Can I tell you what bothered me so much about being accused of homophobia from them is when I was doing
you are gay. This is how you come out?
Absolutely not. 2 things people would never confuse me for, and that's gay and autistic. I'm too focused and too obviously like the ladies. What bothered me is when I was talking to them, the whole time I was thinking, don't say nothing homophobic. Don't say nothing. Right. I felt like a white man, don't say something racist.
You should have said that into the microphone.
Really?
Don't say anything homophobic. Don't say anything homophobic.
I was like, I don't know. There's a type of gentrified people I just fucking don't know how to talk to.
Oh yeah, dude. I've met that exact type of person. I was playing pool in
By the house?
Silver Lake. No.
Oh, okay, Silver Lake.
No, Hilo.
Hilo.
You know Hilo? I think
know
it's
Hilo.
Is that Atwater?
Yeah.
It was this person's trying to figure out who's next to play pool, and there's all these white women playing pool, and then we're just like, hey, who's next? And they're like, oh, who's this and who's this? And then this white woman just yelling. She's just like, what the hell are you guys even doing? And I was like, we're trying to find out who's next to play pool. She's like, why are you yelling at me? She's like, I feel threatened and I feel scared. And I was just like, I don't know what to do here. I just have to take a knee in this situation.
Did you see Succession?
No.
There's a way the characters talk where it's very hey, Logan, hey, maybe, yeah. How do we feel about that? And I feel like you almost need to talk to these people, these its, like they're skittish cats.
Well, I beat her in pool, so that's
okay.
that. I felt like I was like, you know what, we're just gonna sack up and do this the old fashioned way.
Oh, you did like American History X.
Yeah, Well, maybe not that. I didn't make her bite the curb or anything.
I'm at the basketball game.
Oh. Bite the curb, Sarah. She's like, I can't. I'm Aquarius. I would never do this.
Oh man. I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna complain about this too much. Any Mother's Day plans?
Yeah, we're gonna go to. I think we're gonna have a little picnic at Griffith. You know, my mom. She was just like, I was like, yeah, maybe we'll grab some sandwiches, and she's like, or KFC. I was like, I haven't had KFC with my mom since I was like 10 years old, and she's like, yeah, I just have a hankering for KFC. I was like, all right, we can KFC it up.
You should do that. Did you see that photo? Who is it? Gabriel Iglesias?
Gabriel is the Gabriel Iglesias. Oh, Julio is the singer. Yes,
it's Julio Iglesias on a private jet in the 80s, and he's got a bucket of KFC and some French wine.
Dude, when I went to Spain when I was 12 years old, we were in this little tiny town called Segovia with all these aqueducts, and there were probably 400,000 people just in the streets, and I was like, what the hell is going on? It was a Julio Iglesias concert. Wow. It was just people in the streets, just like outside of the concert. He is a god.
Yeah.
Straight up. And his son dated Anna Kournikova, so
we forget how big artists can be outside of America.
Yeah.
Where it's like people still, I don't feel like an American artist can like do that anymore.
Oh yeah.
But it's like,
dude, Vicente Fernandez, he's Elvis.
Yeah.
In Mexico.
What am I doing? My mom's down here because she hates when I go to Oakland for obvious reasons. So she's down here. She also is just like, what the stuff is more fun in LA anyways. So she's down here for Mother's Day. And mom, like, I can really fucking cook. So
yeah,
my mom is like, honestly, can you just like make a ribeye and some garlic mash, some carrots, and like let's go to a park during the day. And
yeah,
I got this really good wine because I took a trip up to Santa Barbara recently because I needed wellness. I needed time for myself. Take it all in. So I took Amtrak up. Yeah. I did some tastings.
I need to just go to Ojai and just breathe.
I would love that,
dude. I want that.
But dude, I honestly like the funk zone.
I don't have Ojai money. I have Oxnard money.
You can go to. I tell people.
I'm just holding 2 chickens.
It was some eggs.
Yeah, just holding eggs. Yeah, dude, that's how people in Oxnard, they're doing it right. They have their own chickens.
Man, they be making a killing on me at the Larchmont Farmers Market. I'm there every Sunday buying their eggs, their turkey chorizo.
Damn, that is the epitome of whiteness. The Larchmont Farmers Market.
Some baddies there too.
Yeah, they probably like to refer themselves as strong, independent women.
I saw some like young girls. It was probably like 21, 22, looking good, just showing off everything, and everything's wonderful at 21, 22. And then they take some photos next to some produce. And then one girl just bought like a lemon and some spinach and then walked off. And I was just like, y'all got 2 things, took some photos and left.
Lemon and spinach?
Yeah, it was.
Grow up.
I know, right? Get some garlic.
Yeah, take a bunch of mushrooms and really go to a farmer's market.
That's funny you say that your mom wants KFC because like my mom's go-to thing is like, I just want Panda. Like Panda Express is my mom's like go-to fast food. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go on a little hike. But no, I was in Santa Barbara. I love taking the train to Santa Barbara because for like you could for like $35 one-way trip. But if you don't want to be around people with their feet exposed, you pay $45. You go in that business class, get free wine, beer, go up, right? It's like a 2 hour. It's like really 2 hours of train.
Is it free wine and beer when you
get 1 free wine and 1 free beer?
Ooh.
Well, like you pick one.
Yeah, I've done the train, the surf liner, right?
Yeah.
I've done that up to San Luis Obispo. It's the most beautiful ride you've ever seen. It's like a different country. It really is. It's the most beautiful. You really are like, oh, that's why everyone pays so much rent to be here. California is just that much. It's the prettiest state.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm
fuck you, Alaska. Fuck you, Hawaii.
Yeah, I agree.
Florida, suck my balls. Utah, whatever. Is that where Zion? Is that where Zion is? Utah?
No, he's in New Orleans.
No.
Zion Williamson? Oh my bad.
Oh man. Yeah, that's called lost in translation right there.
Yeah. I was like, nah, he on the Pelicans. That's why he can't keep the weight off, man. He bit the E2 fan and jambalaya. No,
Oh my god! Could you imagine a bunch of white, like a white family, adventure family? They go to New Orleans to see Zion, and they're like, "This isn't the Zion I thought I was gonna go see."
He's got load management.
Whoa, he's 285 pounds with a 47-inch vert, honey. Get a load of this.
We found Cleveland Sean Kemp.
Just a bunch of fucking white people in Birkenstocks hanging out with fucking Zion Williamson.
No, we're better than Montana. We're better than because we got the city, we got the ocean.
Montana's close though. Montana's a pretty place. Washington's pretty. Pacific Northwest has got it right.
But I'll say the Funk Zone. You go there, bunch of wine tasting rooms, and there you hit a few tastings, get lunch, reset your palate, do a few. My favorite spot is the Valley Project in Paradise Springs. There was a young Caucasian lady called me handsome at the Paradise Springs one, and I'm like, I like this place.
Yeah, that's
People
all you
are just
need.
So much nicer.
Just a compliment. That's all I need too.
Yeah,
I'll come back to a place for one compliment.
And then I take the wine back down, and what I do is on the way back, because you're not allowed to open outside alcohol in there, I'll be like, give me the free wine. I have their little shitty J Lore, and then I pour some wine in the cup while going down. And then it's like a little fun contraband prohibition game.
Have you ever been to Solvang?
Yeah, the
Dutch place?
Town?
Yeah, I haven't been there in years, but
Windmills. I had their food. I was just kind of like, we needed Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like glorified IKEA food. But it's cool like to go there with a girl and be like, all
right. Yeah, look at the windmills, baby.
Yeah. All right, so our wine for today's episode. So I've had you on 3 times. This is the 3rd time. So we are in a recession right now. Shit is very expensive. Especially like as somebody who runs comedy shows, ticket sales are rough in the summer. I'm going on the road this summer because I'm like, let me get out of town. But I'm also like, it's going to be, I was talking to Gary Anderson. He has a theory that there's more black headliners in the summer because it's already going to be slow anyway. So like, fuck it. It's like,
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Anyway, shit is rough right now. So I got a wonderful table wine. This is Côte de Rhône. And Côte de Rhône is it is a GSM, which is Grenache Syrah Mourvedre. And this is very delicious. And this is $12.99. And to me, it drinks like a $24 California Sonoma Napa wine.
Warm.
Yes. This is very... It's like a bouquet of fruit. I get like some, like kind of what you get in a blackberry pie of like just fruit, baking spice, cinnamon.
This smells like kissing a babysitter.
Have you done that?
No, I wish though.
Oh God, this is good.
Ooh, this is good.
Yeah, $12.99. So we are. The average wine I open on here is like between like $28 and like $44.
That's a good for as hot as it is outside. This is a very like nice like cold weather wine. It feels like to me.
Well, that's like what I really like about like a good French table wine is like it's stuff where it's like you could put a little chill on this. You could throw this in the fridge for like 15 minutes. Because by the way, let me say, I'm with the Europeans. In America, we serve red wine too warm and white wine too cold. White wine shouldn't be like icing. It shouldn't be like
I agree.
Water driplets. And red wine, it's like just throw it in the
Where's
fridge.
your stance on putting ice in wine? Red wine.
Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my establishment.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Guys, the housewives do it.
Throw the bottle in the fridge. You're diluting like good shit that takes, because it's like this took time to make.
Right.
And it's like just any dilution. It's like, no, throw it in the fridge, leave the cork out.
Yeah.
Chill for 15, 20 minutes. I was watching Cocaine Bear, and there's a scene where the mom whose daughter got lost in the movie, it's like she poured glass of white wine, put 2 ice cubes in it, and it bothered the shit out of me. It was accurate, so I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
But it fucking bothered me.
In Spain, I keep talking to Spain like I've been there like every summer. I've been there once when I was 12. Back in España, they make a drink.
But we do that as comics though. Like we go place one time. And
Yeah. Dude, when I was in Spain, I was 12. Like literally, all he did, I could remember, it was like, this is the summer right before like 9/11. So like, I'm like telling everyone about Spain for like,
Right before 9/11.
you know, a month, and then 9/11 happens, and then it's just like,
Well, I thought you were
no
like,
one
I
wants to
thought
hear about Spain anymore.
you were 12 after 9/11. So you were in
No,
89.
well, maybe I was maybe it was the summer going into. I think it was the summer going into 7th grade. So maybe I was 11. Either way,
Yeah.
when I was in Spain, I went to Julio Iglesias concert.
Okay.
Well, not really. I was just around a Julio
This is
Iglesias
the
concert.
streets.
I went to a Chinese restaurant where it was a dude speaking Spanish with a Chinese accent, and it blew my mind. I was like, holy shit, I didn't know that was possible. And then I also peed on a castle, like a very like one I'm not supposed to pee on. So I think I'm gonna be haunted by
No, you're only
Spanish-
haunted in Spain. You're
Spanish-
good here.
a Spanish ghost.
That is funny.
Um,
Do you kind of want to go back to Spain as an adult?
I'd love to. Like my bedroom was right outside of a flamenco club.
Okay.
And it sounded so much fun. But I was going to tell you, in Spain, they have calimochas, which is red wine, ice, and Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And they put it in like Gatorade vats. And then you put it over, and it's like, I guess if it's like really bad red wine and it's just like I've done that before, it's like, it tastes pretty good. It's kind of like an adult cherry Coke, but
It's like sangria, basically.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I went through like a brief sangria phase when I was like 25. And then this friend of mine, Jacob.
That's a great name for a trashy woman, too.
What?
Sangria.
Oh, yeah. That's a stripper name.
Yeah.
Coming to the stage, Sangria.
Yeah. Usually it's cars or types of drinks.
That's a good point. But so I was in. It lasted briefly, and then I was like, "I'm gonna get a sangria." He's like, "No, just that's trashy." And then he just talked me out of it after that.
You know,
I can be shamed out of things kind of quickly.
Yeah. You know, my favorite thing is when you're like, because I'm always the guy that like talks to a stripper. Like I never.
Oh
like,
yeah, let's talk strippers.
I
Let's
talk
about strippers.
all the time. Like just like that's my go-to is talking. And the biggest gut punch is when you're talking to them forever and you're like, so what's your name? And they go, Portia. And I'm like, golly. Like now you're just giving me your stripper name. And it's just like, you're just like the rest of them. I fell in love with every when I was like 18 to like 25, I fell in love with every stripper.
Did
I
you
ever
do the
met.
basketball shorts or the slacks?
No, I didn't.
There's a certain level of
I know. Yeah, that's
nasty.
no. I just wanted to like hear about their families. I wanted to like figure out a way to get them out of this life.
Did you ever get a stripper's number?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I remember like the first time because we went to the strip club and like who cares? My cousin Will, he got a stripper's number and we was all hyped. We was like, oh, what's the next move?
Yeah.
And then like we went through a brief phase where we went to strip, where it's like we was like, fuck the club, we going to strip club. And then we're like, yo, that's not all right. We can't become them guys. And then we got out of it quick. But I remember he got a stripper's number and I was like, I need to get one. Then a few years later, I get a stripper's number and like I thought it was a thing. It's just really like, no, this is when I'm working. I'm like, oh, I thought we was gonna fuck.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. That's how it is. No, I did did I ever tell you I performed at a strip club once?
No.
I did stand up. It was like dude, it was so weird. It was in not Claremont. What was that? What's that place used to be like the in like the East Deep Valley? It was like the capital of porn.
Simi Valley.
No, it's around there.
Silicon Valley.
Or whatever. We'll figure it out. But it was this place, this real seedy freaking strip club, and this guy booked me and another comedian for it. And I guess it was like some like it was some charity show to like get like a stripper was like caught in Tennessee, like stranded, and we had to like raise money to like get her home. It was real strange. And I went on this stripper was on stage and she's like dancing to, I remember it was Party Like a Rock Star, and she was killing it, and she's like walking on the ceiling, and the DJ was just like, all right, everyone, give it up for Lexus. And then literally there's no lead up or anything, like, hey, his comedy show's getting started, like anything. He just goes, all right, now your comedian Ralph Guerra. And then like just dropped the DJ voice, just gave me just a regular, hey, yeah, this guy's coming up. He's going to make you laugh.
I hate when people that aren't comedians intro us.
Dude, no one in the crowd knew there was a comedy show starting. So I literally am just like walking on stage in like freaking Air Force Ones. Like it didn't even clean the pole off either. Like, and I went to like lean on it and it was like real slippery. And I was like, oh God. And I'm like trying to clean it.
Oh, really? That bothered you?
I was bad, dude. No, I was just like, I mean, it's a lot. And then all these dudes just hated my guts. It was great. That's also what I found out, like what cocaine was, because afterwards I got off stage and these strippers were like, "Hey, do you party?" And I was like 21 or 22. I was like, "I love partying, dude. Beer pong, fucking party." And they're like, "Do you have any on you?" And I was just like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh, I don't party tonight." I usually party, but not like
you party with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had something I was gonna say, but I won't say it. Shit. All right, damn. All right, I got stuck a little bit because I had to abandon a joke I wanted to make. You know, I'm freezing because I was gonna tell the story about like I remember like I ate a stripper booty.
Oh my God.
And I thought the homies would give me high fives.
No, man.
And they was like, "Bro, why would you do that?" And I thought I was like, cool.
I mean,
I was like 19.
Yeah, I mean,
because I'm like, bro, she didn't charge me extra. And I thought,
you ate a stripper's butt at the strip club?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Like, I'm just like thinking logistically. So she danced. You get
It was a private dance.
Yeah, private dance. You're eating her butt. Did they sell? Did they sell food there? Like, were you hungry and you're just like,
nah, I didn't sell no food.
Because a lot of places do. Damn. Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
She should tip you for that.
I know, right?
You're tipping her.
I was like getting string in my mouth. It wasn't like full on like bear, but it was like
Yeah.
It was close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was the other time I was at a strip club in San Francisco.
Yeah, so you didn't give a fuck about COVID then.
It was like 2009 or 2010.
Yeah, but it's like if you ate stripper butt, you're good.
No, this is how much of a Democrat I am, bro. Like I did give a fuck about COVID.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, mask. Yeah. I didn't do any of the fucking illegal shows. I was like,
oh dude, those were nuts.
I imagine,
dude. I was just in like some like mansion in the Hollywood Hills, being like, this is not good, man. This is not good. Everyone's getting fucked up. Or like, this is terrible.
I was making money, like off the EDD. I was chilling.
Everyone was making money.
I know. I was like, and then when I like,
I bought fucking like $300 shoes. Like fucking idiot.
I saved so much money. I put so much in the back, and then I basically just spent money on wine.
Yeah,
yeah. I drank like, I got like for my 30th birthday. I turned 30 during the pandemic. I got a 1998 Sassicaia, which is like Jimmy Butler's favorite wine. This is super Tuscan. It's like the first Bordeaux is basically you mix different grapes. It's often Cab Sauv, Merlot, Petit Verdot, or Merlot. I got the OG Italian Bordeaux Sassicaia, and then I got from Heights Cellar. I got Cab Sauvs. I got a 2000, and then my ex, she got a 1990, and we tasted them side by side.
Wow.
The 90 was like, fuck. One of the best feelings ever.
Damn, I love that you went from eating a stripper butt to drinking a 1990 wine.
No, these are things that I'm passionate about.
Dude, there's a whirlwind, man. You go fucking funk, funk.
I feel like you gotta like live a rich life.
That's
like,
a rich life, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, eating stripper butt and a wine from 1990, like that's how you do it.
I've tasted a lot of good things in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you have.
She was in wonderful shape, by the way.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, you kind of have to be.
Latina.
Where was it? Was it out here or was it up there?
Yeah, it was down here. It was at
what place?
Spearmint Rhino.
Yeah.
That's a good club. Or it was, I don't know.
You know, I went to Spearmint Rhino with my girlfriend at the time once, and then we did a couples dance. And then she pulled my girlfriend's tits out, and then I'm like touching real boob and fake boob, like actually like hand in hand. I was like, this is crazy.
I know.
I was like, whoa.
Okay, I got one for you, right? So there was when I was a Bay Area comedian, there was a time where like people would meet me after shows and they would just be like, yo, we want to go to strip club. And I don't know what energy I was giving off. It was like, hell yeah. Yeah. So after the show, it was
like audience members?
Yeah, audience members.
That means they're probably paying too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, you get like some freaking Silicon Valley like money up there, and like they're just like, let's take the comedian out and have a good old time.
That would, before the pandemic, it was like, now these motherfuckers are cheap, but before that, like,
Yeah.
it'd be on some like, let's take the comic out shit. I feel like we don't get enough of that anymore. Like we used to.
I mean, sometimes it depends.
Well, at least in California.
No, not California.
So it was this one chick, and then we go out. She worked at this hotel, and then she like her boss was with her. We go get something. We go to some Greasy Spoon diner. Then after that, we go get a dance. Big booty white girl, just like
Yeah.
her, like she works on her ass.
Yeah.
Like she's natural and she does like deadlifts and shit. So then so she's like, she really likes this black girl that's dancing. And then she's like, looking back, it was probably like Safari to her. I ain't got the black comedian. Now I'm gonna get the black stripper. It was like,
Right. You're like, you don't have to impress me, Sarah.
yeah. Her name's like Caitlin or some shit.
Yeah, dude. Pretty close to Sarah though.
Very close to Sarah.
Yeah.
Emily was her name. Emily. I remember because
wow.
like my girl was like she was like looking at, I was like scrolling through my phone. She goes, Emily fat ass. Because that's what I got her saved as.
Hilarious.
So long story short, we get in like a couple, like a duo lap dance, and then she like just starts like rubbing the stripper's pussy. And I'm like,
You're like, you can't do that, lady.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But she was letting it go down, and then I was just like, fuck it. And I started rubbing her pussy. And she wasn't saying nothing, so I'm like, all right, yeah, we good. And then she's like, the stripper, she's like, you guys are gonna have such good sex tonight. I'm like, oh, I hope so. But she wasn't agreeing with me, which bothered me a little bit. And I said, she got a nice ass too. Because I wasn't really in the dance. I was like more, because the girl was like, I don't like a skinny stripper. I'm an ass man. So then I'm like, yo, why don't you stand up so you can see your ass? And then me and the stripper start feeling her ass. I'm like, this is what I really want. She paid for the dance too, so I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Then fast forward, then we leave. I'm like, yo, so we gonna fuck? And she's like, we're not fucking. And I said, can I grab your ass though? And she said, you can grab my ass whenever you want.
Damn.
And then
Emily.
And then Emily,
you're someone's daughter.
I know, right? It was good times.
You grab my ass whenever you want. Okay.
Yeah. No, was this a little off-putting me telling these stories?
Yeah. Sometimes you forget that you're being recorded. But that's the beauty of it. That's where you catch the magic, the lightning.
I need you to say something gross now to like offset what I just did say.
I mean,
doesn't have to be now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So speaking of, I just said a lot of dirty shit, and I feel I need to cleanse myself. So let's get in our first thing on the board. We have a new pope.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
American Pope from Chicago.
So what's funny about that is my friend, my boy, Ace Venom. He introduces himself as Ace Venom to people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is he like a rapper or something?
Producer.
Okay. Yeah.
From Southside Chicago.
It'd be weird if he just like worked at like an Arby's.
Yeah, right?
You're like, yeah, that's the regional manager, Ace Venom.
What is he doing in the roast beef to get that name? So Ace is such a fucking homer. Anything Chicago.
Right.
Like the Bulls will win 3 games in a row and be like, yeah, we coming back. Like he gets excited over the playing game. He hasn't canceled or muted Kanye or Kelly. He is Chicago till he dies, right?
Right.
He sent me, and keep in mind, he's like a 43-year-old black man.
Yeah.
He sends me new pope from Chicago, and he sends me 3 fire emojis. And
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like,
hell yeah, Ace.
And I said, are you proud? And he said, no. He just from Chicago. And then he sends me 4 other things about the Pope being from Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that the Cubs are like, yeah, he's a Cubs fan. And then they're like, nah, bro, Sox.
Yeah.
Which is like, you got to respect it. Because Sox are like, that's the team to like in Chicago.
All right, so you Latinos, is this a big thing in y'all community?
What? The Pope?
Yeah,
big time.
Okay.
Big time. I mean, like everyone that I know is Catholic. It's like big win, big. Plus, he's just like a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's not like a weird Pope, but like just being from Chicago is just like, you know that he's like slamming bratwurst and stuff. Like this guy's cool, dude. This guy's dope.
Well, he wouldn't be. Never mind. He wouldn't be the first Catholic priest to slam.
Right.
I'm sorry. That was hack, but it was
No,
right
you
there.
know what? Maybe I think he's gonna be cracking down on this.
Yeah, I actually
Hopefully. Too many kids get in touch these days.
yeah, right.
You know what the shitty thing is? Like I remember when I grew up Catholic, went to Catholic school, and you do confession. There's two ways you could do it. You could do it like in like the booth, right? Where you're like in like you're like sitting in a dark parking booth next to this fucking dude, or like if the line was too long there, then like the teachers would start making you go face to face. So you'd have to do face to face confession, where basically you're kneeling in front of a priest, telling him all of like your sins and whatever. It's like, dude, there's something fucking gross. Even I was like 10 years old, like, this is fucking weird, man. I would just make up shit. I would just be like, yeah, I fought with my brother. I didn't listen to my parents. Can I go now?
I would be there. I would want to do the booth, and I would want to be like Nas in the Got Yourself video.
Yeah.
Just aggressively.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tupac was products of the same struggle.
Yeah, you're just rapping to the freaking priest.
You know what's funny about that is Paulie from The Sopranos, his brother is a Catholic priest, and he actually was like one of the, I want to say 133 votes to vote him in. It's kind of like the mob, where it's like they approve of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do too.
Yeah, this Pope's fucking getting his hands dirty and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he's putting out fucking hits.
He's from Chicago. He from O Block.
Yeah.
The new Pope, man.
Oh my God, he comes out freaking to Chief Keef.
He comes out to Chief Keef with he kills somebody on Instagram Live. And then he goes and calls somebody a dumb fuck in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Like the bear.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this dude is like, this dude has freaking shot someone in the head in an Italian restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
What happens when you don't have my money? Fucking accent. So speaking of Pope and that sort of business, let's go to something real gay. Marvin Gaye. So Terrance Howard was on Bill Maher's podcast, and they talked about him almost doing the Marvin Gaye biopic, and he said, well, you know, I was at Quincy Jones's house, and he wanted me, part of the movie was I would have to kiss a man, and I would cut my lips off. And there's a thing like with black men in Hollywood, you know, where it's like, you suck a dick, you gotta kiss me, you gotta put on a dress, like,
yeah.
And
I've already assumed like Terrance Howard is like done a movie like that. You know what I mean? It's just like this.
He hasn't.
Well, I've assumed. He just seems like a guy that would. Maybe he hasn't, but
you know what
who cares?
Who
cares? Just kiss a dude. You're getting paid. It's acting. You're not actually kissing a dude.
Okay, this is the difference though. Terrance is from Chicago. Like, you still got to go back to the barbershop.
Terrance Howard does not go to a barbershop. He goes to a salon. He goes to a salon in West Hollywood, and they get his hair right.
I need you to get my curls right.
Yeah, dude, he's sitting in the back of a salon with fucking curlers. Okay.
You think Terrance Howard a little fruity?
I don't know. But if it came out that he
and
was,
I don't mean gay. I mean, like, okay, well, this is what I mean.
Well, here's the thing. If he came out that he was gay, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if anyone came out and be gay, honestly.
Except me.
Yeah.
Or autistic. No, but there's like, because it's a certain type of brother, right? Where it's like, I'm not even saying they gay. I'm saying they like fruity. Right. Not even brother. Like, Donald Trump a little fruity. Yeah. David Stern, rest in peace, a little fruity. Like,
yeah.
Like there's a certain
anyone
type of
with little hands is a little fruity.
Oh yes, let me tell. Yeah, a man with little hands, especially if it's a man above average height, like a man like 6'1".
Yeah, and with little hands.
Yeah.
Like, what are you hiding?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
He had little hands.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but yeah. So Terrance said that, and because there is a sort of like thing, because you know when Will Smith did 6 Degrees of Separation, Denzel told him do not do that kiss scene, and we watched 6 Degrees of Separation. I kind of like, it's kind of, just as a cinema guy, it's kind of rough because it's like, that's not Will Smith kissing that man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
As a Latin dude, you know, I mean, I know you're because I've seen you with pictures with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
and you were like hugged up with him and shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I don't care. Like, for me, I'm like, I know what I like. Like,
Yeah.
but like, so I don't care.
Yeah.
So like, like people go, oh yeah, you're being like, to me, it's just kind of funny. Like, it's funny to like play with people's like, oh, they think that's gay. Like, I don't care.
Okay, but
Like when I go on the road and people be like, are you gay? I'll be like, no. And then it'll be like,
people be asking you that on the road?
oh hell yeah, all the time. Especially like when I'm in the South, people are like, you have to be gay. You're from LA. And I'm like, no. Or I go, what if I am? I don't care.
I would if you was gay, you still be my friend. That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't care.
That's interesting. Okay, well, you know what I think the difference in... You know what? I already got accused of being homophobic in a fucking email. Let me stop.
Yeah.
I was about to explain something.
Yeah, it's like dropping a bunch of F words.
I don't do that on stage.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do that on
But
stage.
in a parking lot, no.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. In a competitive basketball game, some things might slip.
Yeah, but that's millennial... Because everything we said was like, oh, that's gay, that's this, that's whatever. Like that's how
I'm
that's
saying
how
to
millennials
straight
grew up.
men.
Oh yeah.
Or when I did do that, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those days. I remember Xbox back in the day.
I'm saying, all the people saying nigga on Xbox Live, like,
yeah,
still, but yeah, Terrance Howard with that, oh yeah, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I've been off-putting enough for this episode, I think.
All right, let's save it. Let's bring it back. What do we got? What else?
So to move away from the Marvin Gaye, Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
So did I tell you I met Paul Pierce?
No, he's an Inglewood legend though.
He is. I met Paul Pierce in Beverly Hills at Wally's.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with my homegirl. She said, that's Paul Pierce over there. And I was at Honor Bar across the street, had a few at Wally's. And then I turn around and I say, hey, Paul, what up, nigga? And he turns around and he starts smiling like, finally somebody here recognizes me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just like, that's the greeting you want. You're like, oh, thank God, man. I'm in fucking Beverly Hills all day. Yeah. Bunch of people kissing my ass.
Yeah, that's like he probably was relieved that he was greeted like that. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That's how I'm. Like if I'm just in the moment and I'm like see a celebrity, I'm gonna be myself.
Yeah, you know, I said the same thing when I met Tom Hanks.
You know, his son said that as well.
Oh, that's right. That's right, dude. Well, it's so funny because he's got two sons, right? Is it Colin Hanks?
Yeah.
Who is
an actor.
Yeah. He's in like Fargo and stuff. And then Chet Hanks, right? Is the other one? Complete opposite.
Yeah. The guy that White Boy Summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, so
speaking patois, dude, this guy's the opposite.
Did you see him on Atlanta? His scene on
Atlanta?
No. So he was on, by the way, not the final season. I want to say it was the 4th season of Atlanta. To me, a lot of people kind of whatever on it. To me, it is the 4th season of Atlanta is like the best representation of black and white relations in the 21st century. There's so many like nuances. I think it's really underrated as a piece of art. But anyways, there's this scene. There's this episode where it's this Trinidadian nurse. It's her funeral, and a bunch of white kids that were raised by her are at the funeral.
That's funny.
He does the patois thing, and then at one point there's a fight, and he starts filming, and I'm like, "Yep, that's white boys right there.
Yep.
That's white boys.
Yep."
But but anyway, so I met Paul, and it's like, and then we like chopped it up for a second, and then it was funny, like he just like he is. Like when he be cooning on TV, I'm like, oh yeah, that's really him.
Oh yeah,
he's like
he's great.
I love it. He's so fucking authentic. And I told him, I was like, man, I hated you growing up. He's like, hey man, I already know the feeling. I felt the same way with the. He's like if Mike Epps had like a good NBA career.
Yeah,
he just like had bouncy but I told a joke that didn't land. So like my aunt, she was a vice principal at Inglewood High, and then she was like I was like, yeah, I saw you in the yearbook. It was like he was like, oh, who's your aunt? And I told him her name. He's like, I don't remember her. And I said, oh, well, nigga, you know you ain't had to go to class. And then he just went,
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you enjoy your night. I'm like, oh damn, I don't want to bomb with a Finals MVP. Fuck this. I thought it was a great joke,
dude. That's my poli sci teacher was the head coach at Beverly Hills High back in the day.
Okay.
And Beverly Hills was such a nice school. They had their basketball court built on top of a pool.
Mm-hmm.
So when Paul Pierce was coming to town, they're like, he's gonna fucking kill us. So we have to like find a way to stop him. So what they did is like before the basketball game for 3 hours, they like turned the pool like all the way up, like the heat all the way up. So it would build all this steam. And then right before they started the basketball game, they released it, all the steam into the gymnasium. So it was like freaking 100-some degrees in there just to try and like get him tired. And I think he had like 45 points. He's just that good.
That's gonna hurt their players too.
Yeah, well, they don't care. They're just like a bunch of Jewish kids running around like,
Yeah.
oh no.
They're making it like they're like it's the '80s Celtics and they're used to playing in that garden.
Yeah. No, they're
It's
not.
like, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Plus, like we used to black churches. Ain't no AC in a black church.
That's so funny.
Yeah. He gonna be fine. But so anyway, so Paul was on his podcast and he said marriage is for poor people and old people.
Dang. Yeah. I mean,
You got a girlfriend.
yeah. So he's saying that if you're rich, you don't get married. Why would you get married?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I guess it's just what you want, right? I mean, I guess if you're rich, it's a lot harder to be lonely, I guess, because everyone wants to hang out with you. I guess but I feel like true companionship, if you find it, right? But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's not looking for it. Maybe he's not. It depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for true companionship, then yeah. But if you're not and you want to freaking live the rich life, live the rich life. Freaking.
What about you? Do you want to get married?
I'd get married. Yeah, absolutely.
You said it like I asked if you want to grab a drink after. It's like, yeah.
No.
I
I would. I mean, I'm not like for like kids is a different thing. For
I
me.
feel it.
But marriage, like I'm not scared of marriage at all. Like if it's the right moment, the right person, like everything, like I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's do it. I want to be with you the rest of my life. Let's see what happens. But yeah, kids, different story.
Marriage seems so pointless to me.
Yeah, I mean we're also millennials too. Like all our parents are divorced.
That's true. I didn't grow up seeing that, and I'm also like an only child, so I'm used to just doing what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
You seem like.
But I feel like divorce is so much easier now too. Like back in the day, it was really like divorce is like ripping everything apart. But like if you're married and you don't have kids, like divorce is just like, all right, well just walk away from this.
Yeah.
But I'm also someone that's just like, I'm not bringing in the money where I'm like, take half of my shit. I'd be taking your half.
We would have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
We have no fucking problem doing that. God, yeah, I just love it when Paul talks his shit. Bill Belichik.
Oh man. So he's what, like 80 years old? What, 70?
Something like that.
My goodness. And she's younger than I am, I think.
Yeah, his girlfriend Jordon. Was Jordon Hudson something like
she's
that?
20 something?
23.
Oh my God. 23?
Something like that, yeah.
Dude, I was 33 dating a 23-year-old. 33. And then like she didn't know who Nirvana was. And like my brain blew up. I was like, I don't like know if this is gonna work.
Yo, do you know, so I'm weird like this. I think you and I have had sex with the same number of girls too. Just about. Although this year I'm getting my numbers up. I feel like I want to do some numbers this year.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't know, maybe like, fuck that. I'm weird like this. I know the birth year of every woman I've had sex with. I keep it in my notes section. And I have the college they went to. Do you know?
And you're saying you're not autistic? Yeah,
no, it's a turn on.
Yeah, you're like and then the college mascot next to it.
Not the mascot, just the university.
Right.
It's a collection.
The year. It's a collection of women. Yes. No, I get it. Yeah. It's like a trophy.
I didn't go to college for real. I went to open mic, so for me, it's
Yeah,
like
I didn't go to college either.
UCLA,
Yeah.
I got UC Berkeley. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, that's kind of.
So
It's like kind of like collecting like trading cards.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's nothing autistic about that. It's a kink.
Yeah, I got I got a Rachel from UNLV, born 1992. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I got the George Washington University. I got like now, like really being in LA, like in the Bay, I had like a lot of SF states up here.
Yeah,
I'm getting my Northridges on.
I could already have guessed that for you. CSUN.
Because I told you I had some Mexican pussy recently.
Oh yeah. We love going to CSUN up there.
Oh yeah. Definitely got my UC Santa Barbara's in.
Yeah, party school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got no Chico because I don't want no STD.
Yeah, so she's, which to me, I'm like, yo, it's a win-win. Get it, Bill. It's win-win. He wins, she wins, they both win.
We can't I kind of want to I don't want to get too in my Hotep misogynist bag.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't be like, oh, what she doing is fucked up. No. We can't do like a little just for fun. We can't do that.
Oh, we could, but also I'm like, if I was Bill, it's like Bill's like, dude, I'm the best football coach of all time. I'm gonna fuck what I want to fuck.
It's funny how people are like, oh, this is bad for his legacy. This is bad for his
Hell
legacy.
no, dude. This is freaking dope for his legacy.
Yeah, bro, I went out, I'm getting $10 million a year. I got this. I put this young bitch in position.
What's her name again?
Jordan.
That's my Bill. I'm Bill Belichik. Ask me about dating Jordan.
So how did you two meet?
Oh yeah, we met at it was at Chuck E. Cheese, and she needed extra tokens, so I gave her the tokens, and now we're in love, and then one day we'll get married and honeymoon and on to Cincinnati.
How do you feel about the Kendrick Lamar song "Not Like Us"? Bill Belichik.
On to Cincinnati.
That's awesome.
It's the best, dude.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. He just says on to Cincinnati.
One of my favorite. I have a few favorite obscure impressions.
Mm-hmm.
I do. It's there's my Steve Buscemi. There's my Avery Johnson. There's a few.
Avery Johnson, the basketball player from the Spurs.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
High energy.
So in order for the basketball game, you show a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
You lisp.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was actually the first impression I really remember doing of a famous person. Anyways, no, but back to Bill. So what is? By the way, you hungover?
No.
Okay.
Did I see him hungover?
No.
Good.
Yeah. Anyways,
sweating blood.
No. That's not why. Mm-hmm. That's not why.
Last time we drank, we were hungover.
We were so fucking hungover.
That was after the improv.
That was after the improv party.
Jesus. We should not have done the pod that day. I was sweating booze.
I remember. I want to say we grabbed a drink after, and I said man, I think I told this one chick she was the best looking woman in LA comedy.
You said that to multiple women.
I did.
Yeah.
I said it to one. I won't say her name, but I said it to what's her face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "I know."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I was so horny that night.
Yeah.
Man, I keep saying off-putting things today, but
Yeah,
see, I don't think it's off-putting.
We're also talking about Bill Belichik, with a 23-year-old woman.
Yeah.
He's,
you know what's funny?
We're taking Bill's lead.
In this CBS interview, the journalist, he was like, so how did you two meet? And she goes, "We're not talking about that." And I'm like,
how do you think they met?
Some prostitute shit. I think so the show Succession, there's the dude, old boy that played Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He was this character.
Uh-huh.
And he had this high-end escort, and they met through escort service, and they kind of wanted to bury that because he ran for president later on the show. I think Bill Belichik met his lady on some high-end escort network, and Like some shit where it's like you know how like there's like the league.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I feel like there's like a version of Backpage where it's like no.
Well, so I remember watching was it ESPN 30 for 30? Was it Broke? Where there's like
that was a good
it
one.
was almost like the app where like Paul Pierce or Chris Paul or whatever basketball player is at the Standard Hotel and like right now, and then like you all go there and then like you try and like bag them and whatever. But like it's like I feel like that there's definitely like a type of woman that is like I'm taking down an athlete.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was flipped for like WNBA players.
Man, but see,
I mean,
they're not
a lot of rich. They're not very rich, but
well, yeah, that part too. But I mean, there's.
I'm just like shaking my ass for Cameron Brink.
I mean, I feel like she would just be. It would be like.
She'd be like, "Can you get away from me?"
No, she would enjoy it.
Yeah, maybe. I would like to think so.
No, she would enjoy it. Like, here's the thing. I think Cameron Brink will fuck with you because she's like a young, tall blonde. You're very like you have a lot of moxie.
Yeah.
Like you're comfortable in yourself.
Yeah.
She likes fun. Like seems like she likes to laugh a lot.
Yeah.
I feel
gassing me up.
Yeah.
I'm friggin' go to a friggin' Sparks game.
Yeah.
That is the team she plays for, right?
Yes, it is. It is. She plays with the Sparks. I would shoot my shot with Kelsey Plum, but I feel like I would go too far left. Like I'd be like, no, I'm gonna show you who's really a nigga, Kelsey. And I would like, she would try to say some like, she would say like some Chelsea Handler-ish shit to me, and I'd be like, you ain't doing that with me. And then, because I typically take a wrong turn with like alpha women, because I'm like,
yeah. You have to you can't butt heads with them.
Yeah, because I don't back down from them. I'm like,
right,
bitch,
right. Yeah, you got to challenge them.
Yeah, some of them fuck with it.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't want just a pushover. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Yeah,
sometimes they do. No, I can see you. Yeah, I can see you fucking with Cameron Brink.
Yeah,
just like young white, just young.
I'll just get courtside tickets for $60.
You know, who do you think the baddest WNBA player is?
I mean,
we're not even the baddest, like, because like I don't think like she's like the baddest, but you know who turns me on a little bit is that Sabrina chick on the Liberty, Sabrina Ion whatever,
Ionescu or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. She looks like the third hottest girl in like any psychology class.
That's probably what I like a little bit. She's like very attainable. That it's probably like, yo, I could pull this off.
Yeah, it's very like girl next door. Like
I feel like my fantasies are a little overly practical, and that makes me a little sad.
Yeah. You're like hall pass people are like very attainable. That's very funny.
I mean, yeah, it's like I feel like a guy's hall pass should be attainable. Do you and a girl have hall passes?
No. I mean, I've never been like, yo, if this ever happens, for sure. No. I've never even had that conversation. I don't know if I don't know. Because it's so much, I feel like, because for women, it actually is attainable. Like, if they're just like, even Colin Farrell will be like, like, yeah, I'll fuck you. But like, no, Margot Robbie's never going to be like, throw any dude like us a bone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, our whole passes need to be realistic.
Yeah. Like, just like any girl at the bus stop.
I remember Kabir had it. Rest in peace, Kabir Singh.
Yeah.
He had a joke about that.
Yeah. Dude, I've never been so drunk after a show than hanging out with Kabir Singh.
Oh, yeah. Well, who have I been the most drunk with after a show? Probably, I don't know. You're up there.
Yeah. You're up there too.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Oh, this is what I want to talk to you about. So, I've been like headlining some one-nighters lately. And I run these Instagram ads. By the way, comedians. I don't know which camera is my camera. Comedians. When you see a comedian that's coming to your town, headlining like a one-nighter, Don't message them asking, can I open for you? Like, we worried about selling tickets. We only doing one night. We want to be able to come back. We want to get a weekend. If you really want to get in and network, offer that comic a spot. Be like, hey, I know the show. Don't come wanting to contribute. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest. What I was gonna say was, so both you and I have had comics that we've opened for. I've opened for
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Obeid for like over 10. I'm doing some dates with him.
Oh,
On
cool.
the SoCal Liquor Store. Yeah. Trenton Davis was a guy I opened up for a few times. Who are some of the guys you've opened up for?
Obviously Sam Cromrow, who I've known since we were freaking 19 years old.
Yeah. But he's the same age as you?
He's a couple years older.
Okay.
Which has been the most fun because he's like, we're like best buds, and like we never even talk about comedy. Even when we're on the road, never talk about comedy.
Yeah.
We just like talk about life or sports or whatever. Just like we go do it, we have fun, like, and then like that's the best. I hate when it's just like it turns into like almost like a pissing contest or this or like, you're just like, I want it to be fun. Like this is, our first time in, Corpus Christi, Texas or whatever.
Yeah.
Is. Like those are the fun. Like he always gets mad at me because like he's not someone that likes to go out too often. And I'm like, when's the next time we're going to be in Wilmington, North Carolina? I say that every single city. And we're like, let's go out after. Let's go to some dive bar. Or let's go to do this or whatever.
That's really me and Sammy.
Yeah.
I remember I came in one time. It was I want to say it was actually Columbus. And I came in and then it was like 2 a.m. And then he's like up eating some like healthy eggplant, sweet potato bullshit and some pita. And he's like, he looks at me and goes, nice of you to join us.
Yeah.
I mean, St. Louis was another place I was out with the staff.
Helium?
Yeah.
Dude, Helium staff? Oh my God, dude. Bro, I've never been in such a tight space.
That is so many hood club.
With so many people, with so many blunts in rotation.
They be smoking weed in the fucking lobby at the
Helium St. Louis?
Yeah.
Doesn't give a fuck. Hey, shout out to my boy JB out in St. Louis. Dude, he tells me all these funny stories about all these fucking people coming out through St. Louis. Like St. Louis is a fun club.
Dog, I remember walking in the green room and the Cooks was playing like R. Kelly album.
Oh yeah, bro. And also they have the most slippery floor.
Yeah.
I'm like walking back there with like merch, like slipping and sliding, like freaking. It's crazy.
So it's funny. I did Buffalo Helium, and
they're fun too over there.
I like the staff. I hate the crowd.
Yeah. The crowd's not great, but the staff fun.
Buffalo's motherfuckers are miserable. No, staff was great, and it was like the dude who's GM of like all the Heliums. It was his birthday, and it was celebrating, playing beer pong. It was cake. I was chilling, and then he takes me aside and he's like, so you've done like all of our clubs, right? I was like, yeah, everything but Philly. And then he's like, so if you have any notes, I'd love like what was I said, well, St. Louis. And he said, that is our redheaded stepchild.
Yep.
What I want to ask you though, Ralph, is because Sam, JC.
Yeah, I've been for JC Carias for a long time. Francisco Ramos I've been going out with, who's fun. And he's just he's freaking on his shit. Yeah. Like there's no fat on his shit.
He's such a professional Latino.
So a professional. He's the most professional dude, which is like keeps me like on my shit, like for sure. You kind of need that sometimes. You're like, all right, this is a bit like this is business. Let's go do it. Let's have a fun time. Let's do it. Bang, bang, bang.
So this is what I want to ask you. So a lot of comics will come to us asking like if we doing a one nighter in some city, like let me open for you, and like because for me personally, I really like when I headline and it comes to people opening for me. I'm just like, can you fucking tape my set in multiple angles? Mm-hmm. Are you a fun hang? For you, Ralph Guerra, is a guy that gets selected a lot. What do you think? Obviously, you're like
fun hang. Fun hang is number one. Fun hang, and then just like they have to be funny and they have to be a fun hang. I think that's really it, honestly, for me, because you have to be funny because you know, it's your name bringing these people on. Like
Right.
I've actually, me and this other comic opened up for a comic in Vegas, and the other comic that opened bombed so hard that me and the comic that headlined could not be brought back.
I knew you were gonna say. I knew it was gonna be a fucked up story when you said another comic.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
well, because like, you know, it was, you know, because it was the Dirty at 12:30, right? So you have to be like big and fun and like this and like, and this other he just was not ready, and it just he ate it so hard that it was just like the guy was like, you can't come back, and you can't bring it, like you can't bring anyone, and you can't come back. It's just like, whoa.
You know what's funny is we had that happen at I'll say the name, Laughs Comedy in Seattle.
Which one's Laughs again? Is that the
Laughs is the one that's by the college. I've never had a good time.
Yeah.
I've done the club comedy. I've done what was that other shit? Comedy Underground.
The one in Pioneer Square.
Yeah,
dude, that place is crazy.
I've never had a good time.
Did you stay at the
Yeah, we stayed in the
Oh my god, that's the worst comedy condo I've ever been in my life.
Really?
Well, dude, so you know that like if you look up, there was these like big old hooks into the freaking thing.
Yeah.
Like, I guess apparently like the person lived there was like was a prostitute that used to live there, and she like killed herself there at the place.
I
think she hung herself from her own sex swing, and now we're throwing fucking comics into this freaking haunted fucking sex dungeon. And also it's like it's in the middle of Pioneer Square too.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're the feature, you're sleeping on the couch, and then there's this, and like there's no air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to leave that freaking window wide open, and it's just a bunch of crackheads outside your window screaming. So like your dreams are very scary. Like it's just it's a terrible place.
I was there. We were there in like March, so obviously with Sammy obeyed.
It's gone, right?
Oh yeah, that shit ended.
I'm like talking so much shit on him. I'm like, but if it's not, it was actually pretty fun.
I know. No, John Fox ran that shit. You fucking.
Oh yeah.
You know what a John Fox production looks like,
dude. He would
late ass checks.
Late checks, and also never mind. I'll tell you this story after.
All right, fair enough.
It's definitely tell you this story after. But I remember at one point because you know there's the downstairs bar and the upstairs bar.
Yeah.
He told everyone from the downstairs bar, he sent all them home. So like if you had to get a drink, you had to go all the way upstairs. So like if you're in the crowd, you'd fucking go, you know.
That's some Fox shit,
dude.
Man. That's some Fox shit.
When comedy clubs like cut corners like that. Like I was at the American Comedy Company. I'll say their name. They
Hollister.
They fucked me and the host out of money. And it was like $150.
Was it under Justin?
It was we were there with Sam Comro.
No, I mean the GM.
Oh, right. I don't know who it was exactly. Okay. Because it was a new person that was there.
Yeah.
And the owners were on the phone, like bad mouthing us and shit. And like also like there's definitely a fucking sewer leak down there. Mm. Like, you know, all it takes is one phone call. The fucking city comes down and shuts your fucking shitty place down. But yeah, they were like, so they asked us what we wanted to drink. I was like, oh, you know, I'll get something with I think a tequila soda with like a lemon. And someone's like, what lime? I was like, oh, so we only just do limes. Like, yeah, we don't cut lemons anymore. We just cut limes. And, you know, if we're just cutting limes and this and like, you know, we only have to have one bartender. And I was like, dude, you're cutting fruit?
And corners.
You're cutting fruit and corners. Your club's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck them.
What?
Go to the Improv. Go to fucking anywhere else. Go to Josh Nelson's shows.
What might drop? What city would you say where you're just like, this is a fucking shit show? From the clubs to local scene. Because for me, it's Seattle. Every time I'm in Seattle, I'm like, I love Portland Helium, but I hated Harvey's.
Yeah, Portland Helium is so fun, and that's a place I wish I started. That's so fun, such a plum. Anyway, I've met a bunch of comics from Portland. They're all cool. It's super fun. I love that spot. Wish I started there.
So for me, Seattle's like this fucking place.
like a shit show, like
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
about
We
it.
just like you've done multiple clubs there. Like, what's a city, and and it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth every time you're there. Mine is Seattle. What's yours? Seattle just bothers me so much.
Man, dude. I met some shitty people up in the Bay. You know that.
I know. I told you. I fucking told you. Remember?
They're small. They think they're the biggest fish up there.
I fucking told you that when I told you I don't get along with these motherfuckers who moved down here. Yeah. And then you was like, well, Lyall, be a little reasonable.
Yeah,
and then Justin Clark was like, well, no, they are kind of racist. And you're like, I don't know. I told you.
They suck.
They're the fucking worst.
Well, here's the thing. But if you're like doing well up there, like if you're doing well, if you're an actual big fish, it's great. You're living a great life. The shows are great. Everything's great. But like these people that are down there that think they're fucking hot shit, they are not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so Bay for you, Seattle for me. The more north you go up on the West Coast, the less fun it gets.
Yeah.
Ralph, anything coming up you want to plug?
You know what? Yeah, just follow me on Instagram, save Ralph Guerra, and I'll be posting dates. I'll be going out for stuff in later in May and June.
Okay. You really don't be promoting your dates at all. I feel like a guy. You work a lot.
Yeah. Well, because it's like a lot of it's I'll. If it's my tickets, then I promote the shit out of it, obviously. But I'll promote a show or whatever. But like nothing. Like if it's I don't have a lot of shit where it's my shit.
You know why I be promoting the shit when I'm featuring? Because I be trying to line up some pussy when I'm in the city.
Oh yeah, well no. If I'm featuring for a show, I'll post the dates and stuff. I don't have a lot of shit coming up.
I got we're here, but this is gonna come out after. New show, Paper Tiger Bar in Koreatown for our Los Angeles people tuning in. That's gonna be on the 17th next Saturday. 17th.
Didn't they used to do an open mic there back in the day?
No.
Oh.
No. Please don't associate me with that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you got fucking around. And then June 7th, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, you're back in Columbus, huh?
They fired that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Was fucking up the money.
Okay.
Some there. And then with Sammy at the July, we got Irvine Improv, might drop San Diego, where I'll be doing like 5 minutes while he does 2 hours.
Oh, I'll be up in Reno, Nevada for my birthday with Francisco Ramos.
Hey!
At the Laugh Factory. So that'll be a lot of fun.
I need to be more of a fun guy. Like nobody wants me to take me on the road anymore. I just got Sammy because we've known each other for over 10. And I'm like the last person who will like be like, I know you like comedy famous, but bro, come on, bro.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Everyone needs that person in their life.
It would be me. But yeah, man, thanks for coming back, bro.
We did it, baby.
Let's do it. All right. Salute.